Hey guys, Kazoo71 here on Palworld. I want to show you guys a little interactive website. I'm not sure if this is the official Palworld website, but it's palworld.gg. So if you go to Palworld, here's where you're at. Has some pretty good stuff here, and then what I want to show you guys is this breeding calculator, but I'm going to show you a couple of things on here. So let's say I want to find, or I want to breed an Anubis. So this is what I'm going to show you guys in the game how it works. So I click Anubis here, and I have Anubis in here. Now what I want to do, I'm on the breeding calculator, so I'll put Anubis in here. I put whatever one I want in here, but we're going to try Anubis, and we're going to go with the find all combinations for PAL. Okay, so it brings it over here, and I want to make sure I'm doing as child. If you do as parent, it'll show you if you're using a parent what you'll have as a child. But I want to do as child because I want to find what's going to give me an Anubis that I already have. So then you just look for these things, and these are all created in Anubis. So all you need is a female of one and a male of the other. So you just need to find one of these ones that you want to get. So here's what I use. I use the Dig Toys and a Mammoset, or Mamorist, however you say that thing, because I had both of these, and that's how I got an Anubis. And I'll show you guys that in game. But here's Grizzlebolt. The only Grizzlebolts I've found so far have been like in a pack. So if you want to breed a Grizzlebolt, let's just say I want to pick that one. So then I would look up here, and I would pick Grizzlebolt, and bam, it's only going to give me a couple combinations, right? So 2 Grizzlebolts give you a Grizzlebolt, or a Masanda and a Rayhound. So I have both of these, so I could get a Grizzlebolt as well. So the other thing about this website, so you have a PAL list. So here's your PAL list. Okay, so you can look at any of the PALs. You can select by rarities. You can select by name, number. You can sort them all kind of different ways. So say I want to sort them by number. There you go. Now you have a list of by Paldex numbers. So if you're missing one, you can scroll down here and find out which one you're missing. Other cool thing about this website is this map, this interactive map they have. So here's the whole map, right? If you wanted to know where things were, this is what they are so far. There's your 3 sanctuaries, right? So I'm trying to get it just a little bit. Man, my scroll's just going too big. So anyhow, so your third one's up here. So there's only 3 sanctuaries, but there's 3 of them are. And over here on this interactive, so you can take the respawn points off. I could take the enemy camps off. Could take the dungeons off. Take the PAL bosses off. I mean, whatever you want to put on there, you can just put on there. So I've got everything off here. So say I want to know just where the PAL bosses are. I can click those, and it shows you where they are. So it's a really cool thing. Skill fruits. There's these tree things. There's your trees. Eggs. Let's see. I clicked it. It didn't work. What happened? It worked for a second. Look, there's your egg locations. Pretty much everywhere. Lift monk effigies. There they are. All right. Notes. There's your notes. And there's all your chests. The chests should be pretty much everywhere too. But there you go, guys. The interactive map's pretty cool. You got a breeding calculator in here. That's what I was showing you guys. You have different structures you can look at. What makes what. Select the type you want. You can play around with this. You have a tier list. So best overall. And then for workers, I mean, you can sort by what they do. Flying mounts, ground mounts, combat. It's a pretty cool website, man. And then you also have this technology here. The technology tree shows you all the different stuff. So if you want to scroll by technology, and look, you can hover over them and tells you what they are. I don't know if you click them if it shows you anything. No, it doesn't. So, but there you go, guys. This is Palworld, and this is looks like some host thing or something. I don't know, but it's a pretty cool website. And I'm going to show you guys just the breeding thing and getting the Anubis. All right, guys, what I said earlier was incorrect. I'm going to use a Univolt and a King Paka. So first thing I'm going to do is grab this King Paka and throw it in the breeding ranch, breeding farm, breeding pen, whatever you call this thing. So you should already know how to do this. It's a breeding farm. I'm not going over how to create a breeding farm. You should already know how. So what you're going to do is you're going to make a breeding farm, and you're going to need cakes. So your cakes are cooked in the cooking pot, and the breeding farm is where you're going to put your 2 pals that are going to breed. So as you can see, I'm throwing them in there and assigning them to the breeding farm. So, and what I mean by you guys should already know, if you're watching this video, you already got a breeding farm. So, so here we go. We're gonna go waiting for this cake to cook. So I'm cooking it in the cooking pot, and I have a couple of fire pals out cooking it. So I'm just gonna kind of skip forward a little bit. I'm not gonna show you guys this whole thing as I wait for these guys to cook it, because it's a very long process. Takes a while. You can help them cook it too. It don't really speed it up much. So, and another thing too, you can put your pals breeding. They will breed without the cake, but they won't lay the egg until they have the cake. So if you do that, put them breeding earlier, they'll continue to breed and they'll do the process. And then when you throw the cake in there, you almost have an instant egg. So I didn't do that on this one. It took a little while for me to get the egg, but I'm gonna show you guys. Just kind of showing you the cake part and where you put it. In case you don't know, it's kind of simple, but when you make the breeding farm, like I said, you guys should already know how to do that. So there's my cake. Let's grab that thing. I'm going to run over here. We're going to throw it in the box in the breeding farm and let old King Packet Univolt make me an Anubis. Put that in there, and then we're just going to kind of jump forward, guys. I'm not going to sit here and wait the whole time, but there you go. As you can see, I jump forward a little bit. Let's see, got an egg, and there is my egg. So we're going to grab that huge rocky egg, and there we go. And then, of course, you're going to put that in the incubator. I got a video out on the incubator if you want to know how to do that or what that thing does. And it's pretty simple, but if it's hot and cold, you can put things around at a campfire to make it hotter if you need it hotter. Cold, that just affects the time. That's all it does. So if you're going to see, this one's going to say it's a little too hot or not hot enough or something like that, and then it's going to take a longer time. So if you get the temperature just right, it'll drop the time a little bit. So just jumping forward again, here's where the egg's going to hatch, and we're going to hatch this thing. Hold the button down and hatch it. And then what I'm going to do is show you guys what it does. We'll take a look at it. We'll look at the stats of it real quick, and then we're going to take a look at what it actually does when you put it in there. So here's the Anubis in the Paldex. And just taking a little good look at him. He's really kind of small. He's not a huge thing. I thought he was bigger than this, but the boss one is bigger. So, but as you can see on the right, you can see what it does. Let's zoom that in a little bit. Handiwork 4, transporting 2, and mining 3. So it's a pretty good worker. And then let's just jump forward here to when I throw him in one of my bases. So this is my metal farm, metal and coal farm, and here he is right here doing his little thing, breaking up stuff, and he will just sit there and break. Now he's not the best at mining, but he's pretty good. So, but there you go, guys. That's how to do the breeding and a little guide to it. If you guys have any questions, please ask, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.